Your Excellency, Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras, it is my pleasure to welcome you and your delegation as dear guests in the land of Palestine. Your visit today is greatly appreciated by us and our Palestinian people, and we are very confident that it will contribute to instilling and advancing the foundations of the historical relations of cooperation and friendship between our countries, which have a promising future ahead. On this occasion, I would like to extend to the friendly Greek people, with all its political factions, our great appreciation of their principled historical position in supporting our people's cause to enable them to live in dignity in their homeland and their own independent state. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had an ample opportunity to address the importance of establishing a Palestine-Greece intergovernmental committee to discuss all bilateral issues and to further advance relations between the two peoples and the two countries. I have briefed His Excellency the Prime Minister on the overall developing situation in Palestine and the difficult, unbearable, and unacceptable conditions under which our people live due to the continued Israeli occupation of our country and the stepped-up aggressive practices of its settlers against our people's property and Christian and Islamic holy sites, most particularly in occupied East Jerusalem, which Israel is effectively altering its identity and character. Here I warn of the consequences resulting from transforming the political conflict into a religious one. Your Excellency the Prime Minister, the extremely difficult and critical conditions lived by our people due to the continued Israeli occupation, the criminal acts of its settlers, the killings, arrests, summary executions of our young men and women, the economic neck-bottling, and the lack of political prospects are all factors that have breeded despair, frustration, and distrust in the future, and have pushed our Palestinian youth into the reactions which our country witnesses. On the other hand, the current Israeli government has sabotaged all the opportunities of peace achievement and destroyed the foundations upon which the security, economic, and political agreements were built, which renders us unable to unilaterally implement the agreements signed bilaterally between the two sides. That being said, we constantly call for an increased European role in finding a political solution that is conducive to ending the Israeli occupation of the land of Palestine in accordance with the two-state solution and along the 1967 borders, the internationally legitimate resolutions, and within a specific timeline. For we do not seek negotiations just for the sake of negotiations. We will not accept interim or partial solutions, And we will proceed with joining international conventions and treaties in order to safeguard our people's rights and establish the foundations of our prospective democratic state. In light of the foregoing, we reiterate the need for the international community to respond to our demand of affording an international protection system for our people until such time they gain their freedom and independence. Here, we also highly value the European Union's position, particularly its position on settlements and their products. We also welcome the recommendations of European parliaments to their respective governments to recognize the State of Palestine. In this respect, we call the countries which have not yet recognized the State of Palestine and which believe in the two-state solution to recognize two states, not one. We have discussed with His Excellency the Prime Minister the events which our region and the world have been witnessing, and we condemn terrorism of all forms. And we also express our solidarity with the sisterly and friendly countries stricken by terrorism on the hands of extremist groups that hide behind religion to sleek over their criminal deeds, such as what happened in France, Belgium, Egypt, Lebanon, and other friendly and sisterly countries that are undergoing this horrific and disgraceful tourism. We would like to welcome you again, Your Excellency the Prime Minister, and your accompanying delegation, wishing you all everlasting health and happiness. And we're quite confident that Greece and its glorious and friendly people will achieve further prosperity and progress. Welcome.
I would like to warmly thank you, Mr. President, for today's invitation and for our talks. It is a great honor for us to be here in Palestine and to discuss with you. The historical bonds that connect the peoples of Greece and Palestine are a solid basis for our excellent relations and diplomatic contacts. And today we had the chance to discuss substantially the developments here and how we can strengthen our relations, as well as developments in the broader region. I know that I'm visiting Palestine at a very difficult time, at a time of great tension and violence against civilians. We are very worried about that. We are very worried about the escalation of this ongoing violence. And we are also concerned about the extension of the settlement policy at the expense of the rights of the Palestinian people. And we would like to underline the importance of protecting and respecting the historical status of all of Jerusalem's holy sites, including Haram al-Sharif. But mostly we're concerned about the fact that no political process with clear prospect for progress exists concerning the Palestinian issue that could give your people the hope that they need and, most importantly, that they deserve. Destabilization and conflicts are increasing in our broader region, and the deep open wound that is the Palestinian issue is one of the causes of these developments, aggravating destabilization in the region, while at the same time being affected by the characteristics of this crisis. This is why today, more than ever, it is the moment to take brave steps in the Palestinian issue, and it's the moment to support any international initiative in this direction. In this context, I welcome every effort of President Abbas, who has our full support. Greece has supported and will actively support, in the framework of the United Nations, European Union, and other international fora, the need for a two-state solution in the Palestine issue. And with a viable sovereign Palestinian state at 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital. And I would like to be clear that our position on the Palestinian issue is a principled one, independent from the development of our bilateral relations with Israel that I had the opportunity to discuss yesterday with the Israeli leadership. From our side of view, from our part, particularly in the framework of the European Union, we will do all we can do for the de-escalation of tension and the creation of the positive climate for the resumption of peace talks. Besides all this, I had the pleasure to discuss with the President and the Prime Minister the prospects of developing our bilateral relations. The forthcoming visit of President Abbas in Greece in December, 21 and 22 of December, after many years, constitutes an excellent opportunity to strengthen more our relations. In parallel, we will be able to move ahead with our political dialogue at political directors level and promote the formation of a joint committee on economic and other issues. So, Mr. President, I'm looking forward to receive you in Athens next month, and I hope this will be a new step in our traditional good relations, friendly relations between our states and our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.